All right. Hope everyone's having a good day. And today I have somewhat a funny video for you. So this is going to be Rio Ferdinand, and this is going to be all the times that he's talked about Lionel Messi, and that's whether it's on, a Sky Sports broadcast, whether he's on a YouTube channel, a talk show, whatever the case is. And I think Ferdinand is a great candidate to be able to talk about these things. Obviously, he was a center back, and he had to face Messi a few times. Of course, he played for Manchester United, so when Messi was at Barcelona, they didn't have to play too often. But he got to play twice in Champions League matches against him. And yeah, it didn't go good for him. And before we get into the video, if you haven't already, hit that sub button, hit that like button, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on all my videos. And just one more thing before we get into the video. Of course, most of you probably know, Argentina just won the most recent World Cup. So, of course, we got to say congratulations to everyone on the Argentina international team. And, of course, congratulations to Messi, who's really completed his career for the most part. I think that's a good way to say it. So this is Rio Ferdinand talking about all of his experiences with Messi. But let's just get straight into it.
Just don't know how you can do that stuff.
I swear, if we had a camera on us in here, though, the way we were jumping up and down, I've lost my voice. We're screaming at, how is he doing this? He's embarrassing players, but with his head up. Yeah. You know, when people normally take people on and go through a cluster of players, their head's down, but they don't see the pitch. He's taking people on and also seeing the pitch and where opponents are, spatial awareness. He's just phenomenal.
Well. That's what happened most of the game that I'm chasing him. Look, this is possibly one of the most embarrassing nights of my life, and the one at Wembley. This is in Rome, where we got beat in the Champions League final. But the thing about him is that he doesn't even come near you. So me and Vidic stood on the halfway line once at Wembley and looked at each other and just went. And we were losing, and we were standing there thinking, I've not even touched anyone, not even got anywhere. If you're a defender in a game, you want to get near people, or at least get the ball. We didn't have the ball, and I didn't get to put my hands on no one to rough up or anything like that. And the problem is when you did get close to him, he was that small and quick, he was going underneath. So I was trying, normally you go out and hit someone in the chest, and he was just going underneath it, and I was thinking, this guy, he's a magician. He's the best player I played against. He was just devastating. And I feel we all kind of felt if we played against that Barcelona team without Messi, we probably would have won.
You can't talk about people that you've not seen, like the Pelés, the Di Stefano, but this is just the goals.
44
really,
hat-tricks for club and country. This is a liberty. It's out of order. That's too much.
we
50 goals 5 times in a season. Too much.
Well, I would have been with my team.
I just want to be in a training ground.
Yeah.
I bet you there's stuff he does in a training ground that don't even get onto the pitch here that people go, wow. You speak to some of his teammates, current and ex-teammates, and they say, some of the stuff he done there, you can't even talk about it, it's that good. Yeah. To be playing, I was fortunate to play in that era when he was playing, and now to watch him, I feel lucky. He plays with pure clarity when he's playing. When he's running at that breakneck speed, the game is still clear in his eye. When other players, the normal people, it goes a bit fuzzy in them areas. When I went up to the opposing team's box and the ball come to me, I couldn't see hardly anything. And it's probably like that for some midfielders, a little bit clearer. But him, it's pure HD. That's what he sees when he plays the game. And that's why when he plays at it, he makes it look so easy.
The big question is, how do you stop Messi? That's what everyone wants to know. Everyone's wanted to know it for years and still haven't really managed it.
I was in a team that tried it a couple of times and didn't come off. So other than GBH, I don't know at the moment. But he's he's one of, if not the best player in the world ever. He'll be in the conversation. We're talking about the best players to ever play football. So he's someone I think there's no individual that can deal with him. It's a team effort. You've got to have 2 and 3 players around to stop him getting the ball. Put people around him, stop the ball coming into him, and then when he gets the ball, then you've got to have people that are on him. 1 or 2 players, him now and Cristiano. When you go to get my kids, say to me, Dad, tell me what it was like tomorrow when I wake up. Please, just tell me what it was like to see him live. Yeah. There's only so many players.
Tell us what it's
ever.
like to play against him live.
It's a nightmare. Because I played against him, I couldn't even touch him.
because he's so intelligent. He goes and plays in areas where he says to you as a defender, come on, come out to see me. And if you do go out there's a big hole that either he'll exploit himself or a teammate will exploit and he'll pass it for him.
And when you go to him and you know he's going to...
He stands you up, jinx, and you go like that, and he's 5'2". He's underneath it. He's gone. He's so quick. He's so direct, and when you normally get quick players, they don't know how to use it sometimes. He's quick and he's huge intelligence.
But he got the technique as well for the tight areas.
Rio?
Embarrassing moments.
What about Lionel Messi?
Right, is that what you're going there, yeah? You know what, the only reason it ain't embarrassing being like, we got destroyed by Barcelona, but it's because like they were the best.
Yeah.
Probably the best club team I've ever seen in my life.
Okay.
That's ever walked this earth. They were the best team. So we got embarrassed twice in the biggest games, Champions League finals. So it weren't as embarrassing, but it's...
Would you say that's the hardest team that you ever played against?
Yeah.
As in like a football team?
Yeah. So we won the league back to back. I think it's 3 or 4 on the trot, yeah? And we got to the final 3 times in them 4 years of the Champions League, which is like crazy, yeah? And 2 of them Champions League finals, we lost to Barcelona, but I'd won the league that year, but I felt like I'd lost everything.
Wow. Okay.
So you didn't even get to enjoy winning the league. It was mad. But it was the manner in which they done it, how on the night, your family's there and you've got to come out of the change room, go upstairs and they're looking you in your eye. And my friend's like, bruv, you lot got destroyed. I'm looking for a cuddle.
You need a friend like that, though. You need a friend like that. Let's not sugarcoat it.
You know what? Destroyed.
I'm looking for a cuddle or like a little just bring it in, bro. It was like, right, you lot got batted up. What happened to you lot? Whoa, like it was just, and it was because they were that good. You just had to just go, you know what? They were the team. Yeah.
Sometimes it's just God-given though. He woke up, I'm sure the ball was just at the bottom of his bed when he woke up as a kid. in the cot, it was just there, he knew.
Rio just said actually, imagine being Messi. Imagine having that. What a footballer.
Consecutive season, 40 goals. Like that's unheard of. Like the stats that he's putting up, it's laughable. I mean, and you think back to yesterday, we talk about Ronaldo, the Brazilian one. I loved him. A great player. Maradona, great. If Messi put numbers up that they had in their best season, we'd go, he's off it this year.
They took our soul, and Messi was the main ingredient. Hi guys. We're talking about Messi and how great he is and how he embarrassed us at Wembley and in Rome and whatnot. I've got to put myself through that, yeah? Okay. Yeah, Rome, that one you felt we could have and should have maybe won, maybe. When Messi scores the header in the Premier League against some players, or even the Champions League against some players, no disrespect, I'd gamble on the lack of ability to be able to get the ball past me. I'd done that in the Champions League final, and the problem was the person on the ball was Xavi. And you got to know your players, you know you're dealing with. And then he put it on sixpence for Messi, who scored an outrageous header, really. He hasn't scored many of them in his career, but he's done it in the big moment, and that separates the good from the great. We'd played against him before, and we'd locked him down. But this was a different Messi. This was Messi who had more freedom to run around and be central. Whereas before, he was really stuck wide, so you could pin him down a bit. Still great, but when he was allowed that freedom to be able to move and pop up anywhere and surprise you, it's like unplayable. Like, ridiculous. And he was actually better at Wembley. I remember standing on the pitch of Scholesy and watching them go and lift a trophy and just going, we just need to get off there because they took our soul. And Messi was the main ingredient. He was the player that I was meant to be able to get up against. He just played away from you, and then all of a sudden he'd turn up, bang, he's there. Like, just a wonderful footballer, man. Just like, you can't put it into words how good he is. Quite a sombering moment. The feeling of being deflated and dejected and devastation, and your heart's been ripped out on the pitch the way it had been. I'll tell you one thing, I was probably the drunkest I've ever been, probably for both of them finals we lost. The party was crazy, because you're drowning in your sorrows. You try and break down situations and try and say you shoulda, coulda, woulda. But when it's happening at the speed that it happens, and when you've got a player like Messi who makes decisions quicker, more decisive and more effective than anybody else, it's almost like impossible. Prime time Lionel Messi, unplayable.
That man in your screen there decided, I will take this game over and take the game off of the opposing team. The free kick was
was unbelievable. I mean, the keeper maybe could do better than repositioning, but this guy, to be here at these moments, this is stuff that I can tell my kids, my grandkids one day, because he's that good. He can decide a game at this level, the top cutting-edge level of this football, the game we love.